Hey everyone, welcome to the Everyday Human podcast. My name is Easton Taverna. Each day I'll share a reflection written by me and inspired by literature, poetry, music, movies, video games, and more. And after that, I'll share a prompt for you to write your own reflection. Together, we'll explore what it means to be human. Every month, we'll walk a new path, taking a look at life, death, the universe, and everything in between. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you're here. For more, visit eastontaverna.com or join me on Instagram at _everydayhuman. Hello, everyone. Today is January 15th. Welcome to another episode of the Everyday Human. My name is Easton Taverna. I'm glad you're here. Today's reflection is called This Too Shall Pass, and it's inspired by a song, but this song is instrumental. It has no lyrics, and it is called The Tunnel Through. The Tunnel Through is a song by Amos Roddy for the video game Kingdom 2 Crowns. Amos Roddy is a composer and audio designer based in Portland, Oregon. And I absolutely love his music. I pretty much listen to everything he's done while I'm writing, among other songs, but you'll always find something by him in my writing playlists. He's done work for these Kingdom games, Minecraft, Citizen Sleeper, The Wild at Heart, and a lot more. It's fantastic work, it really is. So how did I land on an instrumental song as inspiration for one of these reflections? It's really the way the song made me feel, and the title as well. They work together in that way. And you'll learn more about the feeling of the song in the reflection. I tried to capture sort of the story it was telling me in words, and it was a pretty fun reflection to write. I listened to the song quite a bit while I was writing it. Okay, I don't know how this is going to come out, but let me see if I can play a little bit of the song here for you to hear. But I would recommend listening to the whole thing when you have a chance. You can find it on major music players or YouTube or whatever. Okay, so there's a lot more to the song than that, but that's where the main shift happens. And you can hear the uneasiness and the dissonance of the beginning of the clip that I played, and then how that sort of fades, and then we get into this sort of gently twinkling piano and a softer sound that feels like the light is coming through. So, okay, that's enough of that. Let me get into the reflection, and you'll learn a little bit more. It begins like you're walking through a cemetery at night. The sound of darkness all around you, weighing on you. You hear the crickets chirping their songs, the ancient language of twilight. Horns slowly blare, heavy and dragged out like their notes are being plucked from the air and pulled down into the abyss, the place where music goes to die. Pulled by, you don't know what, and you don't dare to look. Something else behind them now, like a dented and beaten gong crying out for someone to finally put an end to its centuries-long torture. The dissonance comes in waves, fading in and out like the breath of some great dark dragon of legend, cold, colorless eyes watching your every step. Hands reach out from the ground, blackened with decay, snatching at your heels as you go. Louder, louder, louder the chorus of chaos crescendos, entombing you in a tunnel of pitch, walls closing in on you until you fall to your knees, clutching at your ears, begging, crying out to a God who isn't there to make it stop. And then it does. The cacophonous din fades, and before there is complete silence, which would perhaps be worse, there is a light, and the notes of a piano drift to your ears in what could only be described as a sound of rain, sparkling like 1,000 little diamonds, coming down on a sunny day without a cloud in the sky to cast a shadow over you. A gentle rhythm, waves lapping up against the shore of a lake. The walls of the tunnel you found yourself in open wider as you go, letting in a cool breeze of fresh air and petrichor, and the light at the end is brighter, illuminating the greens of mosses and ferns, and yellows of dandelions and daffodils, calling you toward it in a voice gentle as a mother singing her child to sleep. The piano plays on, your shield against the darkness, until you are through the tunnel and the music too slowly fades to nothing. All things, both good and bad, are temporary. You will enter countless tunnels in life, some longer than others, some where the solitary darkness may seem as though it's become your world entire and there is nothing else out there, no other choice but to succumb. But if you keep moving, even when the weight on your shoulders or the pain in your heart pushes you down onto your hands and knees, if you get up and keep moving, you'll see there is an end to the tunnel, and you'll come out the other side stronger for having endured the darkness and the din. And that is the end of today's reflection. It was a little bit different. As I was writing these, I'm primarily a fiction writer, so I figured why not try and tell stories through some of these reflections. And that's what I started doing probably around this time, January 15th, with this reflection. Maybe a little bit with the first one as well. That strand of hair on your head where there's the dialogue between the man and the universe based on the Stephen Crane poem. But yeah, as we get to some, you'll see some will carry more of a narrative shape to them with characters and dialogue and, little pieces of short fiction or poetry as well. Okay, and on to your reflection question that you can write your thoughts on in your journal, on your napkin pile, or just look out the window and think about it. Ask yourself this: what tunnel am I in? Can I see the light no matter how faint? Whatever tunnel you are in, if you are, I hope you can see the light. We all can find ourselves in a tunnel at any given point in our life, no matter how long or short it might be. But remember, keep going. There's always a way through. And that's it for today. Take care and have a good one.